We all love Kim and miss him very much. We love you too, Lynn, and we are here for you whenever you need us. Things I remember about Kim, as far as I can remember when we were just kids. Maybe he thought siya ang pinakamalas na anak, and that was in the teenage time. I don't know with Lynn if he told her about grudges of life. Was it there, Lynn? Knowing to be the youngest, you will always have the things na kung ingnon unsay gamit sa uban na kamagwangan dito paingon sa iya. Like hand-me-down things from the eldest ended up always to him. Being a good kid, he has nothing to do about it. And yet, he has no reason to complain with 6 kids in a row. But we have always been a happy family in spite sa kalisod. That's why maybe he decided to be a Marine, a Navy. Knowing you earn more or dollar ang sweldo. Nursing wasn't in that time. He went to Philippine Merchant Marine Academy and met Lynn later on. By the way, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Lynn for being supportive to Kim since he was still a student. And I know all about this, being the eldest of the family. Kami ra gyud ni Daddy ang gaatubang sa problema. God was with Kim all the way. Despite all difficulties, still he finished college. As you all know, Kim is a person who looks up to others' problems. Although we talk a lot when he was here in California and discuss things what to do about it. Madugangan lang nimo ang iyang mga complaints, reklamo. But when he gets into actual situations, hearing problems, wala gid na siya mahimo but to help out. He always have a big heart. Going outing with was his best part. Kung moingon na gani si Kim na mag-outing ta, that very minute, lupad na dayon ng mga bata. Makita lang niya ang iyang mga pag-umangkon nga nag-enjoy. Happy na kayo na siya. He loved to go out with them. And that's how he shares his happiness. To help us understand glory, let's look at an example from the natural world. The first example is the glory of a rose. Kaning bulak nga rose. Suppose ang buta, kaning blind nga babay, nga nawad-an sa iyang sense of smell, pansimhot. Unya gipangutana siya i-describe ang rose, bulak sa iya. In which na ma-describe niya ang kataas sa iyang stem, ang itsura sa iyang petals. Pero dili niya fully ma-appreciate ang rose unless makita o masimhutan niya ang iyang kahumot, diba? Ang tao ma-appreciate good niya ang life if you live to the fullest and appreciate the things surrounding you. What if this was taken away from you? How do you feel? And part of this was taken away from Kim. You could just imagine how he feels when those are taken out from him. He can no longer behold the glory of God's existence on this earth. Having a big heart broke his heart. This was taken from him little by little. He can no longer see everybody happy, in which makes him happy. The glory of the rose is what God intended for us to experience when we behold it, when we draw it close and inhale its sweetness. when we gaze upon its delicate beauty, when we let its presence adorn our table and warm our hearts. But sometimes life is really unexpected. We don't know when our happiness is going to end. That's why I told Roy we should spend more time and go out with the kids while we still have their time. Because we don't know when our time is going to end with them. Swerte lang gyud ang parents na even their kids are getting older, they are still tagging along with them. That you should be thankful for. You're a great parent. We all go through times of sadness, sorrow, and tears. God draws close to us in tenderness during those times. But God does not want us to live a tear-filled life. Tears are for the night, but joy comes in the morning. The Bible tells us to rejoice evermore. God wants His song to be your song. God wants to be in our hearts and His praise to be on our lips. We are to bless the Lord at all times. It brings life to the spirit to walk in the joy of the Lord. It is the Lord who gives us garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. It is the Lord who is the filter of our heads. It is the Lord who brings us fullness of joy. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and everyone who is here right now to be with us in our sorrow. To friends and church friends for all your support and prayers. To relatives from Mantikao, Igpit, and other cities, in spite sa ilang kalayo, they still give time to go and visit Kim. To my brothers and sisters for being there and supportive to Kim and his family. To Kim's family, especially Lynn, for taking care and being there with Kim all the way. To my family, especially Roy, in my absence, always have been supportive, not only to Kim, but to the rest of my family. And let's give thanks to the Lord. Let us all bow our heads for prayer. Father, I thank you that you bless our lives so that we can be a blessing to others. I pray but that your grace and power, you will work within my family the things that will help them to bring encouragement and enrichment to the lives of those they touch. I pray that through the testimony of the lives of my family, there will be others who know you better and love you more. May there be many who will say of them, I thank God for you. I ask that through their choices, their faith, and their obedience to your will, my family and those families who are here right now will leave a legacy that will impact their generations and generations to come. Give to us the soothing words that will heal our hurting hearts, the wise words that will guide our seeking heart, the assuring words that will comfort and grieving hearts, the accepting words that will embrace our lonely hearts, the affirming words that will strengthen our fearful heart, the life-giving words that will fill our empty hearts. This is my prayer. Anong record?
Bakit puno namin mo rin?
Anong record man yun?
Moving.
Lagi.
Dili kamera.
Sa kamera siguro. Anong record man yun?